What is a music game? Well, one element in all music games is improvisation. Add a set of rules to direct the improvisation, and you have a music game. However, a well-crafted music game takes game mechanics, design, gameplay, and even theme into careful consideration. And of course, on top of all of that, we must create music on the spot. How we achieve that is up to the mechanics of the game. In this video, I will introduce the first entry to the Fakest book, a music game I created called Game Over. It's an excellent music game for those who are somewhat new to playing these kinds of things. Great to introduce to band members, in classes, friends, or even at a party. Inspired from the mechanics of video games, card games, and conducting. I've been playing this game for years at universities, schools, workshops, and various other events around the world. A simple yet fun introduction to playing music games. Let's start with the instructions. Number of players, 3 to 10, works best in larger groups. Materials, at least 3 household objects per player. Music instruments, though not necessary, using only household objects is very fun. Really, you can play with whatever you want. Objects, instruments, effects, feedback, samples, anything. Just prepare how you can level up your instruments, which is described below. You also need a baton, or some kind of stick for conducting. Plus, game cards, to be explained later. Let's jump over to the playing space. Make sure there is enough space for all the players to perform. At the front of the performing space, place all the household objects, or whatever you're going to use to play music, on a large table, or even on the floor. They should be of easy access to the players while performing. There should also be a conducting space for the conductor facing the players. Something like this. In the middle of the room is a large table containing all the household objects and even some instruments for the players to use during a game. On this side of the table is the player space, where the players will stand to play the game. In this room we have enough space for about, I'd say 8 players to comfortably play. And they would be facing towards the audience and the conductor. Here is the conductor's space with the cards ready, easy access to use during the game. Alright, and let's see, the conductor would be facing in this direction towards all of the players, so everyone can see each other. And the audience is behind the conductor. Alright. Teaching the game to the players. Have the players go to the performing space and have them choose one object each. Encourage them to investigate how to make various sounds from the objects. Give them a time limit, like 5 minutes. After that, have them stand in a line all facing the conductor. In this case, you are the conductor. Tell them not to play anything or make any noise unless directed by you, the conductor. Time to explain the hand signals. When I point to a player like this, the player I'm pointing at will start playing. So only the player I'm pointing at starts playing and will continue to play until I give the stop gesture to that player. Okay? And the stop gesture is like this. Okay? So I will point to the player that I want to stop and I will do this. Okay? And only the player I'm pointing at will stop. Let's give it a try. All right, here we go. Nice. All right. Our next gesture is called rhythm. When I point to the player and I give a kind of rhythmic beat on my baton, that player will try to match the beat I'm making. Now, don't worry, it doesn't have to be exact. Just try your best and play some kind of beat similar to what I'm making. All right, let's give it a try. All right, very good. Now, the next gesture is the opposite of rhythm. No rhythm. So, no rhythm gesture is when I point and create this circular motion. This means to play something that you consider to have no rhythm. All right, it's up to you. For an example, if I use this household object here, to play a beat, I could do something like, right? All right, so no rhythm may be something like a scratch, like, or a rub, right? It's up to you how you feel it should sound, okay? Let's try this out with everyone. All right, good. And you noticed 3 new gestures, actually. Of course, when I raise my hands up, dynamics, play louder. When I bring my hands down, play quieter. All right, simple enough. Plus, you notice when I go like this to stop, and I didn't point to anybody. That means everybody stops, and naturally you just all stopped. That was great. Our last gesture is the conduct gesture. All right. The conduct gesture is when I point to a player and I go like this, as if I'm handing the baton over to them. That means that player will stop playing, put their instrument down, come up to the conducting space, take the baton, and they will start to conduct. Very cool, right? And then the previous conductor will replace that player, pick up their instrument, and join the other players, right? And the new conductor can conduct as long as they want, and of course they can hand off the conducting stick to anybody else and keep it going for as long as they like. Game cards. There are 6 game cards. You'll have to make these yourself. Cardboard always works well. Make sure they are big enough and clear for everyone to see. Copy. Copy the player being pointed at. Different. Play something different than what the player being pointed at is playing. Level up. You can pick up a second object from the object pile. Use it any way you like. You get a level up if you're doing something interesting, very creative, or the conductor simply likes what you are playing very much. Lose a life. Stop playing. Put your object or instrument down, leave the playing space and sit down. you are out. If a player doesn't follow the rules, isn't paying attention, becomes disruptive, or anything else the conductor doesn't like, then they will lose a life. Poisoned. Do something wildly crazy. Anything. You know, in some RPG video games, a character might get poisoned and they start acting crazy by doing things like attacking members of his or her own team. That's what this is like, except it is so fun. 2 rules to this card. Number 1, don't hurt anyone, and number 2, don't break anything. Anything else is fair game. Game over. We all prepare to stop playing by following the conductor's orders. The conductor can choose to end the game at any time. Or any time in the game, a player can suggest suicide or to finish the game by this heart stab hand signal. The conductor will point to this player for everyone to notice. If others agree, they can copy the heart stab. If we have 3 different players motioning the heart stab, the conductor will hold up the game over card and conduct the music to finish. If at least 3 players don't copy the heart stab after 5 seconds, we continue the game. Alright, so the next step is for you to go out, find some willing players, and try out this game. And very soon I will upload a video here, which is kind of like a side note or side video, which will go into further extensions and alterations which you can apply to this game. It'll be really great. Don't miss it. And don't forget to keep coming back here to Not Right Music for more on music games, the Fakest book, lessons on improvisation, and other creative aspects to music. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends. See you next time right here at Not Right Music.